this game was utterly frustrating. But at the same time, I believe that our fight on 3 possessions, well, the last quarter, the last 7 minutes of the game, I feel like there was a good fight. But that just can't happen. That inconsistent game just can't happen. Especially when we're trying to get either the 5 or the 6 seed. It was just bad. I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, I feel like there's a lot we can fault here. So, what's going on, everybody? Nate the Boss here with another Packer reactions video. Today I'm going to be giving my reactions to the Packers and the Viqueens. And the Packers lost 27-25, and I feel like there were plenty of opportunities where the game could have been won. And some of it was self-inflicted. Some of it was some of the extenuating circumstances, like Jair Alexander being hurt and Evan Williams. Quay Walker, who cares? And then Christian Watson just kind of limited. Christian Watson not being in the lineup really hindered our chance for big plays, which we really couldn't thrive off of. I would probably say there weren't very many throws by Jordan Love that were like more than 20 yards downfield. That one throw to Tucker Kraft, that was complete in the Joe Barry-esque soft coverage by the Vikings. I think that was probably the best throw that Jordan Love made beyond 20 yards today, I will admit. But for starters, yeah, our pass defense got absolutely demolished. And I will say, I originally had a draft going, but then the video got interrupted and I had to start over. Well, I could have paused it, but I didn't want to like deal with the editing and stuff. And I do stuff on iMovie sometimes, but I've been having a lot of issues with my iCloud storage lately. So, and I record all these videos on my phone. So there's that. So let's get into the meat and potatoes of all this. So, pass defense absolutely shredded. We didn't get that much pass rush on Sam Darnold. We only got 1 sack, and then when we did get pass rush, look at what happened. We affected some of his throws, and I'm like, where's the pass rush all game? The pass rush didn't really start coming until like the second half, when we made some adjustments and stuff, you know. And, you know, of course, Evan Williams and Jair Alexander not being in the lineup kind of was part of the catalyst. Why? I mean, last week we played Spencer Rattler. I mean, you know, that game was going to be a no-doubter and put us in the playoffs. But at the same time, you know, we're chasing the not the number one seed. We're chasing the 5 or the 6 seed. But in all seriousness, our run defense was actually better than our pass defense, because the Viqueens are like, okay, we can just pass the ball and torture their defense because running the ball is not working. And speaking of the run defense, Edgerrin Cooper, he played an awesome game today. He played a really awesome game. He had like 4 or 5 tackles for loss. He knows how to read the gaps, stuff that Quay Walker wouldn't normally do. And I think he is definitely a better linebacker than Quay Walker. So we found our guy at inside linebacker. And with week 8, that definitely made a statement. From Edgerrin Cooper made a statement. I know he's probably made some plays before that, but I'm like, all right, I'm confident we found our guy at middle linebacker. All right. Thank God I have a pause button now. But I really don't, well, the pass, yeah, I did talk about the pass rush. Okay, sorry, it's out of my mind. Yeah, 1 sack's not acceptable, especially against a team with 2 really good receivers and a quarterback playing out of his mind right now. And, of course, the offense not doing well didn't really do us a lot of favors, necessarily. Well, it didn't do the defense a lot of favors because they were on the field a lot and how inefficient the offense was. Like, I just don't think we did a good job picking up blitzes, and I think there was just lack of execution in the red zone. I mean, there was 2 drives in the first half where we could have ended up with a total of 14 points. And that's kind of where the game was kind of lost today. And, of course, there was a missed 55-yard field goal where there was an offsides penalty that should not have been an offsides penalty. And there were a few illegal formation calls on the offense, which really kind of set us up. I mean, it was still 3-10, and there was an illegal formation call on Dontavian and Viqs, which is kind of a little questionable, and there were a few other illegal formation calls and a few other questionable calls that could have saved us some time, especially on the Josh Jacobs touchdown run. The holding call on Sean Ryan, I just don't think it was too egregious of a hold, and look at what happened. It cost us 2 minutes and probably another opportunity to go down and win the game. Who knows? But I just think our ability to, like, and Jaden Reed with that drop on 4th and 2, that didn't really help. But at the end of the game, I know we kind of kicked it in a gear, but, like, where was this the entire game? It's like the first time we played Minnesota, we were down 28-0. I'm like, whoa, where was this in the first half? Like, I just think against the better teams in this league, we come out very flat and we're very inconsistent, and it takes us the second half to get going. I mean, our 5 losses have came to the Eagles, the Lions, and the Viqueens twice. Well, the Lions and the Viqueens twice, the Eagles once. It just frustrates me how we can't beat good teams. And I'm kind of worried that the way we played today, well, in the first half, like, if we can't play a consistent game, I don't see this team making a deep run. But hopefully we can kind of get a little bit of a get-right game against the Bears, who've lost 10 in a row. We got to win that game because it's a get-right game. And now the highest seed we can get now is a 6th seed. So in order to get that 6th seed, because I'm not going to sign up for playing the Eagles in the wild card round. I don't want to sign up for that. So the one way everything goes according to plan is if the Seahawks upset the Rams and the Falcons win their last 2. Because I would much rather play the Falcons when we match up better against the Falcons. And yeah, I mean, we match up better with the Falcons, and the Rams are just red hot right now. So, and of course the Commanders are right behind us, and if they win tonight, they can move up to the 6th slot. Then we move down to the 7th, and we would have to beat the Bears, and then the Commanders lose to the Cowboys next week. So I am a big time Falcons fan now, and a Seahawks fan, I guess. I think the Seahawks can still get in. I'm not 100% sure. I think there were a few outcomes, like there's a strength of victory tiebreaker that the Rams can clinch. But we'll just kind of see what happens. But yeah, they're playing the highlights on Football Night in America. Yeah, I just really get embarrassed watching the Packers on the highlight reel when they lose. If we win, okay, not a big deal. Yep. Unwatchable. But, I mean, we got to keep our heads up, put this one behind us, and hopefully those 3 drives where we got the 2 touchdowns and the stop between there, hopefully those will give us, hopefully that'll give us some confidence. And yeah, I just think all of our losses just come from miscues, lack of execution, and just leaving some points out there. But if we can clean that up, I mean, I feel like we can be poised for a deep run, but we'll definitely have to see what happens. But anyways, guys, that's all I got in this video. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe. Peace out. Go Pack Go.